Hey guys, so we're back with another episode of Taco Imposters. So we're gonna do another today in movies. Or yeah, this week in movies, but well, not this week specifically, but 2002. So it was big events like this. What was it? Back now. There you go. It was like NASA, Mars, Odyssey, space probe. Things like he, Bush signs the No Child Left Behind treaty. Michael Jackson is the gets the Artist of Century Award, stuff like that. So, and then if we go forward back to where no song of the year apparently was this song right here, song of 2002, number one song of 2002 was this one right here. Apparently, I don't know. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. Sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how yeah. Apparently, it's this is how you remind me by or how you remind me by Nickelback. So I've never heard it, but hey, I probably have. It's probably one of those things I have heard, but it's like, oh, yeah. Top movies of 2002. Where's like the list? Is there IMDb? IMDb. Oh, yeah, IMDb. There you go. I mean, there's top 50 movies, but I don't want to do the top 50 movies. I'm gonna go to the top 10 or something. See if there's any good movies that I'd want to see. We'll go to 10. Okay. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Okay. Spider-Man. Okay, look. Spider-Man. I don't hate Spider-Man. People are always like Spider-Man. Spider-Man. What do you mean Spider-Man? Spider-Man when you're amazing. Spider-Man or Spider-Man was awful. It's like Spider-Man was only awful because you wanted so much more from the character, and we didn't get what we wanted really. We got a lot better than we did before that, but like, come on, Common Ground, 28 Days Later, Gangs of New York, The Pianist, The Hours, Road to Prediction, City of God, and Hero. No, that was the number one movie of 2002. Oh gosh. Uh, Minority Report, Talk to Her, Boy, The Ring, The Way Home, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Oh in America. I wonder if it was Bowling Columbia. Anything I know. Catch Me If You Can. Oh, I've heard of Catch Me If You Can. That's still too. Oh, I didn't know that. That was like in the 90s. I guess not. Let's see what we got. We got Aha, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's a good one. Panic Room, Lilo and Stitch, Chicago. Anything that I would want to talk about? Let me see. Let me find. It's got to be. No. I guess Harry Potter. I like the second one. Okay, the second one was pretty good. It was pretty. Um, compareth to the first one, it wasn't great. It was okay. My brother says it's the best one when you compare it to the book, like best one closest to the book. But I'm like, really? One wasn't close to the book, and he's like, no, because they added a whole bunch of things. There was like a whole scene in the first book where spoiler alerts, where Draco Malfoy and and Harry Potter go into like a room where they have to like get rid of like the dragon that what's his name has that Hagrid has, and so it's like, oh, okay. And then they get into a big fight. It's basically that scene in I think it's Deathly Hollows, or it could be Deathly Hollows Part Two, maybe, I don't know, where they both have to go. Okay, they're in like that big room where like basically there's like giant piles of, I don't even know what they were, and they go on fire, and Draco Malfoy is pretty much like, oh my god, we're gonna die, ah! After they fight, you know. So hey, I'm not gonna go there, but that's kind of what it was. They go into like a room and they start like having a argument and they whatever. I don't know, whatever. I liked the second one, but I don't know. Second one was not my favorite book, so when I got to the movies, I was like, or yeah, so yeah. I mean, there's Spider-Man, which I don't hate Spider-Man. Okay, it was Spider-Man, the first original like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I didn't hate the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. A lot of people say Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was absolute garbage, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Amazing Spider-Man was so much worse. I like Amazing Spider-Man. I've seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, not 1, 2, and I hated it in comparison to the other one because like it was just fine. Andrew Garfield's fine. I don't care. Go have fun. I'm just saying like it wasn't a great Star Spider-Man at all. But it was okay. I guess I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it was okay. I guess I don't know. So that was this week in movies. What I just finished watching was a documentary on the Curiosity stream. It was Trek Nation, and basically it was just Gene Roddenberry, okay, trying to figure out why Star Trek was such a big thing. He pretty much figured out my dad, and he pretty much figured out I have to figure out find out more about my dad before I can find out more about Star Trek, right? You know what I mean? So he really went. He went pretty much. Look, I had to find out about my dad. Then I can talk to all the people involved of it, the people who hated, the people who everything, and then I can figure out why it was such a big thing. Like even the people who were like, it's not great, were like, yeah, but it was what's it called? It was such a big impact on life because there were 3 seasons of the first series of the original Star Trek, which people say the third season's crap because apparently it just became a monster of the week thing, creature of the week thing, where like, oh, you're trying to destroy us all, and it's like whatever. So I mean, I'm like, I'm not. I don't know. I never seen it, so I think I've seen the first episode, and that's it ever. My friend was like addicted at one point. He just watched like the whole first series, the first, and there's, and that was back in the day when you did like 40 or 50 episodes a season. It was not like your Stranger Things now, where like you get 9 episodes and you're like, these are your 9 episodes. That's it, people. No, it was very much like you got like 40 episodes out of a season. Like I think it was Gilligan's Island had 3 seasons, but the 3 seasons, okay, had like 20, 30 episodes a season. So that's like 100 and some odd episodes. It's insane. It's ridiculous, but yeah. It's a good one because if you like Star Trek, even if you don't like Star Trek, but you know of Star Trek, it's a great thing to watch because he goes into like why Star Wars and Star Trek or Big Clash and like what it was and what sci-fi, science fiction, all this was. So yeah, it's a good one. Curiosity Stream. I wish I was sponsored by Curiosity Stream, but I'm not. I could give you 30 days or free trial, but no. But dude, try it for 7 days. I have it for 7 days. I'm probably gonna keep it. It's great. It's so good. So yeah, but it's like mwah, perfect. But anyway, what were they saying? Yeah. So that's what I've done so far, and then I've been reading the Superman comic because I had started reading the first one. This is the story arc of right here. I have it right here actually. It's right here. This one. This one right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Death of Superman story arc. Oh, I read the first one long ago, like 5 years ago or something. 5 or 6. Oh, no, like 5 or 6 years ago. And there's like what? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on, you're 8. Okay. Anyway, so I read that first one, which is the Death of Superman, and then every other subsequent one is Funeral for a Friend. Yeah, I read the first one and it was great. And apparently there's like more in between these story arcs where they're just like, and after these story arcs where it's like, there's like a robotic Superman and a woman Superman and a girl Superman and a junior Superman, boy Superman. And, oh, it's crazy. I never read them all, but apparently I saw an episode of James Make Mondays where they were playing that game on Super Nintendo, Death Superman, and they basically and James, I read the whole like they had the anthology like the book like they stuck them all together, and so they had them all, and he read them all, and he didn't remember all of it, but he remembered quite a lot, so it was great. But anyway, I recommend it if you like DC, you like Superman, and you like the crazy he's dead. What the heck? How is he dead? Then you'll love this story arc right here. Because he spoiler alert, he basically just goes Doomsday to Superman, and then Superman just like lies there dead, and then Jean, and then what's her name? Oh my gosh, is it Jean? No, it's what's her name? Lois Lane is like, no, and she's trying to comprehend what the hell just happened. She's like, what the heck just happened? She's like, She couldn't fathom what just happened. She's like, what? How? You're freaking Superman. You'll never die. But yeah, because I guess they did that because I remember watching a guy. His name is John. He's only in Japan, and his YouTube channel is only in Japan. And basically, he went to a comic book store in Japan, an anime, like an anime store in Japan, right? Selling animes, right? And basically, he picks up a anime of Dragon Ball Z and goes, the difference between this and the Western version of this, which is Superman, is what's his name? Goku dies. He actually not dies, but he loses a lot. A lot. He loses a lot. A lot of the times he'll lose. He'll lose and go, oh, pick himself up, get back up, and go again and try again, which is great. It's great. It's amazing. But you end up with like Superman always winning. So I guess they maybe just went, okay, you know what? You're a little winning all the time. He's dead. So you happy, people? Anyway. So yeah, that is what I've been reading and watching. It's great. I like documentaries. Honestly, I like documentaries a lot. I want to make a documentary. It's just that because in Canada, if you don't know this, in Canada you can have a tax credit for making movies, but there's a criteria. So there's a certain amount of or a certain movies you can make, and documentaries doesn't fall under the category of the tax credit. So really, I can't make it. But oh well, I will still make a documentary. Duh. But that's when I have millions of dollars from my first movie, which I'm making. So I think it's called. I This is not 100%, but this is a working title. Secret of the End. I have a script. Writing. I'm writing a script. So yes. Yeah. So I just picked up a nice camera. So like a really nice camera. Like a really nice camera. Big, old, and like used. But it's at that point where like just like right at like HD when everyone was like, no, you need to go HD. Like the only problem is it's a mini DV and P2 card camera, and it only records video. No, sorry, it only records HD video on P2 card, and I don't have any P2 cards. So I'm like, you twats. But oh well. Anyway, I don't really care, but like I need to pick up a P2 card. I'm probably gonna pick up a P2 card adapter to SD card so I can just pop in like a 128 gig SD card and never worry about it. Or I got terabyte of SD cards and just be like, yo, done. Yo, done. So never worry about it ever again. Because how it works basically is the P2 card goes minute a gig. So if you have a terabyte, you have like 1,000 minutes. It's crazy. Anyway, that's just what that was. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I tried. Okay, I picked up on Amazon. I picked up Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS3. Only problem is I don't have enough space. So I was like, okay, I'll delete literally everything. I go and delete literally everything on my PS3. Everything. Now let me say everything. And the PS3 doesn't have natively enough storage. My PS3 doesn't natively have enough storage, which I can add a new uh hard drive. But the problem there is like, oh god, I have to get it open and I have to figure it out and I have to put it in and I have to then put it back together. I will do it. I will do it. I want to play Grand Theft Auto. It's just that I don't know when I'll do that. And then you'll probably see a video of me playing Grand Theft Auto because Grand Theft Auto 5. Because oh my gosh, Grand Theft Auto 5. People say it is one of a masterpiece of games, just in terms of like you'll never run out of things to do in that game. It's like Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto 5, um, Skate 3, and like oh, there's another one. There's another one. Anyway, you just like oh my god, so good. It's such a good game. I played Grand Theft Auto 4, like the crap out of that game. I played the bejesus out of that game, the bejiggly wogs out of that game. So many, so 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 many, so many games. Like just insane amount of hours played in that game. Cause my cousin had it on PS3, and me and my brother, whenever we go over to my cousin's house, or yes, we would play Grand Theft Auto 4 or Halo Reach. But other than Halo Reach, we didn't really play any other like Grand Theft Auto game. Any other what's it called games? Any other Xbox 360 games? Because we weren't Xbox 360 people. I was a PS2 person. In that era of time, I wasn't old enough to like understand video games. So I had like, your Nintendos, and I was like, whatever and whatever, whatever. I wasn't like 15 going, I want to play the, games for older kids. Like it's like the gritty, the raw games for older kids. But no, no. Like I just got like I picked up a PS2 right when that was like slowly dying in like 2010 maybe. No, I picked it up in 2008 or 9, but like I was using it like right when it was like over. I was playing it like right when it was over. So really, in retrospect, I should have been playing more like PS3 if I liked PS2. But again, I never played anything that I like really, really, really wanted to play. You know what I mean? Or I didn't play anything at the time. Like I never played anything that was new at the time. The only thing I ever did, whoopsies, play new were were the Wii. That was the Wii. It was the only thing I played new. Like I picked up new games. I played nothing else. Didn't have a PS3. Didn't have a P. Didn't have a Xbox 360. I didn't. I never picked them up. So like now, I don't have any. I don't have a Sony. I don't have a Microsoft. I don't have a Nintendo. My newest system is a 3DS. And in retrospect, I'm like, I want to pick up a Switch, but also I want to pick up a Wii U just because I thought that the Wii U at this point would be cheap, but everyone's still selling it for like, no offense, like 300, between $100 and $300, and I'm like, why? It's not like it's that is what it the value. That's not its value. It's stupid, but whatever. So yeah. Yep. Yep. I mean, look. Do I care though? Not really. But anyway, video games. Yeah. So I'm trying to get that working, but I don't know. Probably won't get that working, but anyway. Like that's the thing. I'm gonna give it like 20 years, and nobody will be playing video games. They'll just be like streaming it off of like some server somewhere on like Steam or whatever. And then we'll just be emulating all the old stuff, so we're not actually going to be buying like old games ever. You'll have like a few people who are like Pat Country, and who are like, oh yeah, like oh yeah. It's like, really, really, really. Why do you have this? No offense, but why do you have this? Why do you have all these games? It's like, well, it's because, man, because they're great, man, and physicality, man. Nobody can take it away from me, man. And it's true because they just gotten rid of. It was like not October. It was like August 27th or something, 23rd, 17th, 19th, something like that. Where it was basically they got rid of Ducktales remastered digital, digital Ducktales remastered, and it was like, oh my god, why? But it was because I don't know, because they can. They can get rid of it and say, "Fuck you." They can get rid of it and say, "Fuck you," because they can go, yeah. Which I mean, I'm pissed off at, but I don't care because I can still pick up a copy on like PS3, Wii U, Xbox 360, whatever. I can still pick up one, but I'm not going to necessarily be getting one on like the PlayStation Network or whatever. Which I mean is fine. I don't really care. I'm just saying like it's kind of a little piss off, but whatever. I don't care. That's the problem. All your digital download games can one day magically disappear, and then you're gonna be those people selling I don't know your PS3 or your Xbox 360 with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World with all the DLC or DuckTales Remastered or Nintendo games or whatever, right? All like your Wii. I'm sure there are Wii's selling right now full, 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 full of Virtual Console and WiiWare games, just full saying I'm gonna sell for like $1,000. I'm like, what are you stupid? Nobody's gonna buy it. But of course they are gonna buy it because they're gonna go, I want a Wii with all the games on it. Stupid. But hey, what do I care anymore? I'm just saying it's a little strange when you're just like, why? Why would you get rid of that? Basically, why would you get rid of something that makes you so much money? It's sort of like how there's no Virtual Console on Switch yet. Why would you get rid of something that would make you so much money? So much money. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But they don't get Nintendo doesn't get it. We'll still buy your $20 a year or $20 a month. No, $20 a year. Like online service which sucks butthole. Nintendo fanboys and sheep, you know. And we're just like, yeah, sure, whatever. So, like I said last time, freaking what's it called is out, right? Your Super Nintendo online games are out. Nobody cares. The problem with it, right, is nobody cares. Everyone has this attitude of, look, it should have been done already. It's sort of like how everyone's kind of just like meh with the what's it called? With Nintendo's new like the Switch Lite came out. Okay, came out the 20th. So did Zelda Link Between Worlds. Not Link Between Worlds. Zelda Link's Awakening, right? And everyone's just like meh. Cuz here's the thing. If you want a second Switch to go on like go out with, it's bad cuz you have to do this like cloud save bull crap where it's like you take cloud save and you have to like make it a thing and you have to put it out and you have to like consciously save. Like you have to stop the game or you have to go into settings, save the game, then turn off the game, then go back to the other Switch, which is stupid. But hey, it's Nintendo. What do you want? People go now. If you're trying to buy a Switch, you have two options. You have the Switch and Switch Lite, and the Switch for like $100 more, you can get a Switch that docks with controllers that are detachable. Nobody like, come on, it's a no-brainer. Buy a Switch. But if you're just gonna buy a like, because it's unofficially replacing the 3DS, right? And it's like officially fully portable and all that stuff. So if you're trying to get rid of if you're going for like me, you're trying to replace your 3DS, go for a Switch Lite. But if you're trying to buy a Switch, just buy a Switch. Like this weekend, I was at my my youth conference at the camp, the fall retreat, right? And I played only one game, but it was amazing. I played Smash Ultimate on Switch. Oh my god, it was so good. I played two characters. Oh, yeah, two characters. I played two new characters. I played Ridley, who I didn't like at all. She was too complicated to figure out, and he can fly, but he's weird, and doesn't work, and it's bizarre, and it's yeah. And then I played Inkling. I played Inkling Girl, and oh my god, that's my character. 100%, that's my character. I won one out of like I played probably 25, 30 games. I won one game because the guys next to me were like not pro. Okay, I think this was an unfair advantage, but the guy next to me had a GameCube controller. He's the only one with a game controller, and then the guy behind me had a Pro controller. So I'm using a Joy-Con on its side. I'm not even using two Joy-Cons like the guy at the end was using. Okay, because we basically were set up like in a row like this, and then a second row. So like a row this way, and then a row that way. And so there was me, and then the guy next to me, and then somebody else, and then the person with two controllers connected. So the guy next to me has a GameCube controller, and the guy behind me, it was like behind me, not this guy. The guy next to him was using a Pro controller, and I'm like, that's unfair. That's a pretty big of a bit of an unfair advantage. And he's like, no, not really. It's my GameCube controller. I'm like, I should have probably thought of that because I knew that every year we play some kind of Smash, whether that's the N64. We didn't play the N64 ever, but we probably will one day, or the GameCube, or the Wii, or the Switch, or the Wii U, or the Switch. We don't play the Wii U one either because nobody has a Wii U. Because nobody cares. Because no offense, the Wii U one, okay, Ultimate is just a better version of the Wii U one, and the Wii U one is just a better version of Brawl. Brawl sucked butt. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. They're like, he's terrible. But it's not that bad. It's just bad enough to be like, but you suck. Why? With their stupid trip fall damage, and they're like, I still think it has the best single player in any Smash ever will ever have, because no Smash has single player. I'm not saying like just like beat Master Hand, you know. No, I'm saying like it had Space Embassy, and it was like great. It was amazing. It was fantastic. But I'm saying that Ultimate is just a better version. It has every character plus new ones. It was great. You know, it's got your Banjo Kazooies and your what's his name? Oh, not Conqueror. What's his name? King K. Rool? Is that his name from Diddy Kong Donkey Kong Country? And a whole bunch of it was great. It has such a great characters. It's got all the characters you'll ever want and more. So I mean, I love it, but I don't know. It's weird, but it's good. It's good. I'm staring right now at the Transformers, the game for PSP. I thought it was gonna be like the one because I got it on a bundle or at a video game store, right? And I thought it was gonna be like the PS2 one where it's like really good. No, the controls are really awkward because since there isn't two sticks, what you do is it's like you have it's like you take the controller and you take one side, you move up and down with like the D-pad, and then the other side with the A B X Y, you go up and down this way. So you move up and down, and then your camera moves up and down like this. It's really bizarre. I'm sure it'll work better on like Vita or something. Like people say, if you want the ultimate emulating system, get either a GPD, a Win GPD XD, right? or a PSP, because a PSP can basically play everything from Atari games to DOS games to Scum VM to Nintendo to Super Nintendo to N64 to PS1 to PSP. It's great. It works because you can play PS1 on that, but you have to like emulate the other stick if there's a stick shooter, a stick game, which technically is only one Banana Blitz that actually needs it, which is why they didn't put it in the uh, PlayStation Classic. They put a regular DualShock, not a DualShock with freaking controls, uh, some six. But anyway, so yeah, so that can play much better. You have to emulate it some way if it's that stick. Which I mean, I don't care. I'm just like whatever. But in my opinion, it should be like better because I only have one game on there, and it's Galaxy Express 999 in Japanese, obviously, because it didn't come out here and it wasn't a popular thing here apparently. No, I mean it was. Sure, it was. It just wasn't super popular. Like, oh yeah, it was the biggest thing ever. No, this was not your Naruto's and your Dragon Ball Z's and your Fairy Tales and your Bleaches and your whatevers and your Pokemon's and your Yu-Gi-Oh's and your whatever. No, we didn't do that kind of stuff, which is fine. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just saying like I'm just saying it's me. So what was I saying? Yeah. So yep. So I'm staring at it, going, is it any good? I don't know. I played it. It's awful controls. It's a fun game. It's a good game. It's just awful controls. A good game that I bought from the bundle. I got that. I got SOCOM, and I got Daxter, Jack and Daxter. Jack and Daxter is the best of the three, definitely. And I have 5 or 6 games. I have Tony Hawk, um, Project no, Project 8, I think it's called. And then I have Frig, Ridge Racer. No, not Ridge Racer. Is Ridge Racer? No, it's called Racer. Namco. Not Pole Position. Not Ridge Racer. What the heck is it called? It's called Oh my gosh. It's right in there. It's called. Not Pole Position. It's called. It is called Ridge Racer. Oh, it is called Ridge Racer. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. It's called. It's called Ridge Racer. It is called Ridge Racer. I think Ridge Racer 2 is like the best looking game on the PSP. But anyway, and then I have the Spider-Man 2 movie. I have Spider-Man 2 in like 4 different things. I have it on DVD. I have it on PSP. I have it on VHS, and I have it on. I think that's it actually. But 3. But I mean, still, that's more than anybody will ever need. You don't need 3 different copies in different mediums of the same exact movie. I do have some of those though, where like I have like the DVD and the VHS, and I'm like, I don't have both. This is just stupid, you know. But hey, what do I care? So yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the PSP a lot, but I was not a PSP kid. I was a DS kid. But again, I had the choice. It was about 2008, and I had the choice. Do you want a PS3 or a Wii? And I did this long and hard. I thought long and hard about this. First I went PS3, definitely. PS3 that can play PS2, definitely. And then I went, no, I'm not stupid. I want a PS2. Sorry, I want a Wii, obviously. And then I picked up a Wii, and I never regretted it. I haven't regretted it since, ever. Never regret. I didn't regret it. I would have regretted having that because everybody under the sun that I knew was a Nintendo person. So they were like, the DS, the the DS, the oh gosh, the DS, the Wii, all that stuff. It was great. I never ever knew people who were like, yeah, I play 100%. Just PS3. That's the thing, right? At least in my opinion. It was very much. It was. Here's a weird thing. It was Xbox 360 or PS. Sorry, Xbox 360 or Wii. I didn't know a single person who owned a PS3. People told me get a PS3, get a PS3 that plays PS2s, yada yada, etc. etc. But nobody I knew actually had one. So I was like, what? Why? But I knew people who had PS2s. Don't get me wrong. I don't. I knew people who had PS2s and PS1s, but not PS3s. Nope. When they were out, nope. It was Wii or Xbox 360, Wii or Xbox 360. Both of my cousins on both my mom's side and my dad's side had PS3s. I'm sorry, had Xbox 360s, not PS3s or Wii's, but they were, because they wanted the older kid. Because somebody told me, they're like, well, because they asked me, okay, what would the reason? What would be the reason you want a PS? Sorry, want a Wii U? Because like, if you're an adult and you want adult games, or you want adult games, and you're a teenager and you want adult games, and you want more violence and gory, whatever, mature games, you buy an Xbox One or a PS4. And I'm like, okay, but if you want like the cartoony Zelda Pokemon Mario, you go buy a Wii U. And I'm like, I want a Zelda Pokemon Mario. And he goes, okay, well, Wii U. I mean, I'm not saying the Wii U was awful. Everybody said it was like a terrible system, and I'm like, what's so wrong with it? It's not that bad. It's like, yeah, oh, it was awful. It was freaking awful. I'm like, no, it's not. Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth, you little twats. And it's like, hey, whoa, calm down. It's like, whatever. I personally always wanted a Wii U, but it never went down. Okay, it had a price reduction from 360 to like, or 300 to like 420, 220, or 240 or 260, something like that. And it never went down ever again. Ever. And now it's just sitting at this weird between 100 and 300. I'm like, why? 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 But anyway, that's my whole thing with like video games. I probably said this before, but my first ever video game that I can ever remember playing um is um Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at my dentist. In the waiting room of my dentist was a Sega Genesis under glass with Sonic 2. That was it. No other games. No swapping out, playing other games, doing it. No, that was it. That was all. First I can remember, and the second one I can remember is Super Mario Land. But I probably played like computer games. Cause I'm staring at a stack of computer games, and I'm like, yeah, I probably played one of those games before I played, that one. But like that's I'm saying that was like 2.5, 3. I'm 20. Okay, it's probably back when I was like 2.5, 3 years old. Possibly. I don't really know necessarily when I played it. I can't really remember exactly when I played anything. So I'm just like, I probably played when I was like 5, maybe. I probably played yeah, I probably played like Sonic when I was like 2, and I was like 5. Sonic 2 when I was like 5, maybe, maybe. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I'm not saying it's bad, but it's bad in terms of like what, why, 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 whatever. I don't know. The Wii U. But I mean, look. So that's the first system I ever played, and I remember that very vividly playing it, and just because I know it's what's it called, because it was very I know it was because it was it was so yeah, because I remember it because it was Tails very much. I remember it because of Tails. But yes, so yeah, sorry, dead air. I I'm looking at something on my phone. Sorry, dead air. But yes. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was the first memory I can remember, and the second one was Super Mario Land on Game Boy. But other than that, I remember. I don't remember the early memories of like playing I remember playing Lego chess on computer really, really early. But by really early, I mean like really early, like 2.5, 3 years old. Like the first vaguest memories of my existence, I remember like playing Lego chess and like Aladdin, math, and like all the weird computer games that I'm just like, what? Because I had a very, very, very old like Windows XP Dell PC, and I remember playing the absolute but jonkers out of that thing. I broke that thing. I played it so much. The full size hard drive doesn't even work anymore. I've played it so much. I've worn it out. It's right here. This is my entire freaking. This right here is the epitome of my entire childhood. Right here on this thing, which is dead. Oh my god, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. It doesn't work anymore, but it's goddamn insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to think about. That is my entire, and I mean entire childhood on one one system. It's crazy. You're just like, I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. But hey, that was what I did with my childhood. Played computer games till the cows came home. I played Thrillville's Off the Rails. I played SimCity. I played Civilization. I played Age of Empires. I played Age of Mythology. I played Rise of Nations. I played Rome Total War. I played Shogun Total War. I played everything. Pick a game that was around from the 90s to 2000 and probably 6. Probably played it in some capacity. No, I played it in some capacity, somewhere, somehow. I did. I definitely did. It was great. I played every game under the freaking sun. It was insane. It was like, whoa. I still remember Age of Mythology picking up the It was a cheat, and you could. I don't remember one was O Canada, and the other was another one in what's it called? You could get like Cadillacs, I think it was black Cadillacs in Age of Empires. But in Age of Mythology, you could get it was pink hippos, shot like rainbows, I think. But those were harder to make because it was a longer cheat. The other one was O Canada, and you got laser shooting Canadian um caped like the Canada flag cape bears. Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like I played so many. It drove me utterly bonkers. Because when I look back, right, when I first picked up my computer again, right, the same exact computer again, like what, like 5, 6 years later, after I stopped playing all these games, I realized I was like, oh damn, I played way too. Jumpstart third grade, I played way too many games. Lots of entertainment games, Zubini, um, Tonka Construction Adventure, or whatever they called it, Tonka Construction, or whatever, Tonka Adventure. So I played too many. So I would think back and I go, how am I gonna find all of these games again? And in retrospect, I'm not. I'm not. Not at all. But, but, I will probably find some of them. So I did. I did. I found some of them. Right. Yeah, I found some of them, but not like I want to find all of them, but I do want to find all of them. I do because like that was my freaking childhood. That was my freaking childhood. Come on, people. That was my childhood. Don't go shitting on my childhood. That was my childhood. That is insane. That is mirror finish. That is insane. Look at that. It's crazy. It's got like the best bearings ever. I don't know if that's touching it. Cause I'm trying to see why it doesn't work. Cause it's not working right now. But I'm not sure if that's like a like feel like it's because this is not running properly. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm not gonna touch it either. I'm not gonna worry. Is there more than one stack right now? Yes, two. Okay, but yes, these are like the best bearings ever. They're so. Oh, it's crazy cool. Anyway, I'm not gonna like mess with it. So I'm just gonna put it back together. But oh man, this is my childhood. But anyway, yeah. So this hard drive right here is probably in the epitome of my childhood. That, whoopsies, plus the shirt I'm wearing now, which is basically every cartoon character I ever watched, basically, if you can see it. Got like Calvin and Hobbes and like He-Man and like what else? Freaking Darkwing Duck and Care Bears and GI Joe and Ducktales and Muppets and Ghostbusters and Garfield and Alf and My Pet Monster and Dennis the Menace and freaking Monster in My Pocket, whatever. It's crazy stuff. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, and then that poster right there, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that. If you've seen that poster before, it's basically a poster of almost all the Looney Tunes characters, and oh, that was my childhood too. Looney Tunes. Oh my god, I loved Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was great. I freaking love Looney Tunes. Oh my god. You say one cartoon to watch for the rest of your life, and I'll say all the Looney Tunes ever. Everything Looney Tunes, everything from the first series ever in like the 40s to the new stuff of the Looney Tunes show to the movies to the TV shows, everything, just everything. Such a great stuff. I'm trying to find some of them like the ISOs for some of those games, and but again, you didn't have to burn an ISO. You have to have an ISO burning like imager, which I don't have. Which I thought I had, but I don't have it. So I'm like, this is stupid. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so you end up with like, not that it's bad, but it's bad. It's bad. So to me, it's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I also don't have the time or inclination or skill to actually do anything with like making this stuff. You know what I mean? Like getting this image. So I'm just like the one I want to play really badly is Aladdin Math, but that's only because I picked up like the Aladdin like activity book or whatever activity game. Where just had a bunch of like random little activities from the game, but it wasn't the game. So I'm like, this is not what I want at all. I want the actual game. So in retrospect, I don't have the game. I have the activities from the game, which you would think you would say, oh, but that's the same thing, right? It's like, no, it's not. You have to have the game. It had a whole feel to it with Jafar taking over the world and all that, taking over wherever it was, the fictional place in the Middle East, whatever it was called. It was great. It was absolutely great. It was the best thing ever. It was such a good game. But it was like that, and like Winnie the Pooh games, and Disney this, and entertainment this, and crocodile, whatever you call them, it's over there somewhere. It's math, whatever it's called, alligator math, that was called, or junior math, or preschool math, or something to that effect. Right here. I like everything too. I from like ages 4 or 5 to like 12 or something. It's called School Zone Interactive. What's it called though? What's it called Time Interactive? But what's that thing called? Logically on track. Logical on track software. I guess like on track software. I'm not sure. I guess you just call it School Zone Math. But yeah, it was great. It was amazing. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I loved it as a kid. I just loved it. It was amazing. If this works, if I can get this working again, this is my entire childhood. It's great. It's amazing. So, yep. So I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. So if you guys want to contact me, ask any questions, it's tacoimposters@gmail.com. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just check that properly because I've never gotten any emails whatsoever. But it's ask a question. It's I mean I would make an Instagram, but I had so many Instagrams that are lost into the abysses of time because I've connected them to the same either phone number or email that is just like kill me now, kill me now. I can't find any of them, so I'm gonna keep with the email because email makes more sense. But it is tacoimposters@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with me and ask a question, do it there, please. And that's it. So, adios, mi amigo.